Good morning, happy Tuesday everybody, hope you're doing really well. Woo. So I'm out and about today in Morden and I'm on my way to my volunteer job. I volunteer once a week for a registered charity and they're going to come with me today and I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to be a bit late, there's not a specific time I have to be in, but I like to be in the morning. So I'll probably get there about 9:30 or something. Look at this woman. Texting and driving, caught you. Okay, so just heading down to the bus stop now. Yes, I hope you tried my, for those of you who are interested, I hope you tried my new Irish moss recipe. I've got some of it in my bag now. I made up a smoothie this morning and it is 100 times better than the one I made previously. The boiling really breaks it all the way down. So there's no lumps, no bits or anything, so it's perfect for your smoothie. So I've got some in my bag. I'm going to be sipping on that during the day. I've discovered, well not recently discovered, but I'm overweight by at least a good 2.5 stone. And you might think, well you're tall, it doesn't really matter. It does matter. Because I find myself kind of out of breath sometimes. My knees are groaning, letting me know the excess weight. And I'm bouncing down the road as I'm walking, do you know what I'm saying? And my clothes, wow. That's the biggest shock. I think it's that's really kind of making me realise I need to do something about it. All of the clothes, the latest clothes I've worn last year have had to be 2 to 3 sizes bigger than I normally would ever get. So I'm on a mission to lose 2 stone between now and I'd say the first week of September. Because the weight's got to go. Or probably even sooner because I've got a couple of weddings, wedding anniversaries and other events to go to. And I think I'm gonna get myself some stuff tailor-made. So it'd be better for that purpose if I could do it, because then my clothes, it would look nicer basically. So yes, this is my first time ever trying to lose weight. Obviously, like, you know, when you get to a certain age, you know what I'm saying, things start to make the migration south. You start to put on weight that you don't normally put on, etc, etc. So yeah, that's where I am. Can't be avoided, peeps. So this is the part I like about this place here. I got off the tram station back there, and this is like about a good, is it 1,500 meters walk to my bus to get all the way to the office. So that's my little bit of exercise from today. I'm going to try and walk around a lot today, just try and get some exercise in. And yes, I now have a new cause to lose 2 stone because I am seriously overweight. You might not think 2 stone is a lot, but even like I'm puffed out a bit. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm a bit puffed out. So that's the plan. Operation drop 2 stone. Hi guys, so I'm here at the office and I'm getting ready to do my role. What I do is I produce ID cards for a number of the volunteers that we have working for us. We have volunteers all over the world, so I'm responsible for producing ID badges for them. It's quite an arduous, involved process. It takes about between 3 to 5 minutes per card. So if an area sends you in a request for 70 ID cards, you can imagine how long that's going to take. So yeah, I'm here, I'm going to get on with it. I also have brought with me my Irish moss smoothie. In there I have all the powders I talked to you about, the spirulina, the moringa, and what's the other one? The green food. The juice I used in this time is not very nice, so I won't get it again. Normally I have apple juice, I need the sweetness to kind of like come through and make it more palatable. I use something else which is, it's not sour, but it just doesn't have, it's just not sweet basically. So it's not, I'm going to have to be, how can I put it? It's going to be a difficult one to drink, but I will drink it. And as it's quite filling, I don't really fancy eating anything apart from just having this. Did you see that? Let me show you who did that. This chap behind the chair is Mr. V. Joy Powell, and he's the office joker. And he loves throwing things. Don't believe the lies. He likes throwing things. He likes causing problems. So that ball that just whizzed behind my head was thrown courtesy of him. I'm going to get on with it now, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye. You're so out of order. What are you shooting.
You purposely trying to get me in shot.
No, I was trying to.
I moved ever so slightly further, right? And she turns it, and she's like, okay.
No.
So it's going to be like this, is it?
No.
Oh, let me get my best face on.
I'm not trying to sneak it, but you can be in if you like. Oh, there you go. There you go.
That's very interesting.
What's that?
Apparently, 12% of men think they can win a point off Serena Williams.
I think I know where that comes from. But earlier on in their career, both her and Venus state they could beat any man in the top. Was it in not the top 300, but who was ranked around 200 to 300? And one of the lowest ranked men played them, and they beat them. So I think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah. Saying 1 in 8 men, and this isn't necessarily people who can actually play tennis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. I hear that. Yeah. They get that a lot.
Yeah.
We can beat you. Is that when I used to play basketball? Everyone was convinced they could beat me. All the guys especially.
Look at how wrong they were.
How wrong they were. Because what it was is that I wasn't going to play basketball. I was playing basketball for England.
Yeah.
So they just assumed that, well, you know, you're a girl, so there must be something wrong there.
Yeah.
I can beat you. Of course you can.
Do you miss it?
I never enjoyed it, to be honest. I never enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it because everyone was saying to me, like, you know, you're tall, you should play basketball. I'm glad I did, and I played at the highest level. And it just wasn't my thing. Now, if it was tennis now, definitely. Or volleyball, definitely I would have played that.
That's a shame. Volleyball's a great game.
Basketball.
For England.
For England, yeah, when I was 14. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They said I needed some height on the team because a lot of the girls were a school girl centre. Yeah. Yeah. Because people always assume that if you're tall, you must be basketball. You have it. It's like it's not just height. It's a combination of skill, desire. You've got to have skill.
Has no skill.
Exactly. I remember him. Yep. He was absolutely brilliant. He was the one that really kind of opened people's eyes to the fact that he could be short and be a prime-time basketballer. Yeah. He was very good. But like I say, if I'd been offered volleyball first of all, I think I'd have still been playing now. Or even if I'd been offered tennis first,
Yeah.
I'd still be playing now. Okay, so it's midday, and at midday on Tuesdays we gather together to go and pray. So I'm heading off to go and pray now, and I'll pick up with you afterwards. See ya. Okay, so we've come back from prayer, and I was just about to show you how long it takes me to do one ID card when some of my Irish moss smoothie spilled all over my desk, which is absolutely ridiculous. If it had been any fallout, it would have been a complete disaster, but I'd almost finished it by that time, so honestly, I'll show you a little bit about just some of the aftermath, but still. Yeah, I was also going to show you how long it takes to print one ID badge, but because there isn't just one I can print off for you, to prove that's between 3 to 5 minutes, it's not worth it, because there's one that's got like 15 or 20 in it, and there's no point just sitting there watching that, so scrap that. I've got some lines to learn. I'm going for an audition on Thursday, and I've got to learn these lines. I had started learning them a few weeks ago. I just need to refresh my memory. So it's like going to be a monologue, and I've got to be au fait with these by Thursday, and I think I pretty much am. I just need to play them over and over again in my mind over the next 2 days, and by Thursday I'll definitely be ready. This is some of what's left of my smoothie spillage. Thankfully it's wiped up really well. It was all over the desk and keyboard, but it's wiped up really well, which I'm pleased about. These things that happen, honestly. Hi there, so I'm out for lunch and I'm going for a walk. Normally I'd wait for the bus, but because I haven't really done a lot of walking of late, I want to get myself moving. So I'm heading down this is like one long road. It probably takes you about maybe like 5 or 7 minutes to walk down it. It's not really that long, but it does add up. So how has your day been today? I've worked or volunteered here for a number of years now, and I really, really do enjoy it. I enjoy the company, I enjoy the atmosphere. It just makes such a difference working for people like this because I've worked in offices my entire life. I've been an administrator for many, many, many years. And what always happens is it always starts off good, but then something happens and then office politics kicks in and all the divisiveness and all the nonsense that goes on in offices. And I always say I hate working in offices, I don't want to work in an office again. But this is such a difference, honestly. I'm going to go on the record and say this is the only office I could ever work in. Whatever I'm going to be doing now, it will not be office space. It's the only place I'll volunteer for because I enjoy the spirit of the place. Everyone's there just trying to work together for a common goal, you know. No one's looking to be bitchy, no one's looking to be two-faced, no one's looking to start any beef or start any problems with anybody. Everyone's just about trying to get stuff done. And it is just such a beautiful change from all the places I used to work in before. Honestly, you can't compare the two. So even though I say I hate doing administration, this is the only place that I would ever do administration for going forward. I would never ever do it anywhere else. Really would not do it anywhere else. So I'm off out to lunch and I'm just gonna get myself a bit of fish. I find that quite filling, actually. I'm a snacker, right? I've just figured it out. I'm a snacky sort of person, so I'm always nibbling snacks and all things like that. But when it comes to food, my portions are actually quite small, which is interesting. I don't know if that's also because of I'm getting older or whatever, but I don't eat as much as I used to food-wise. Snack-wise is about the same. I'm trying to cut down on that, but food-wise I don't really eat that much. But anywho, during our prayer time, can you hear me puffed out? It's not like I'm running, you know, can you see what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying I need to lose some weight, because it's just not very good. But anyway, during our prayer time, we were talking about the problem with gun and knife crime. And there's a point raised about, you know, let's see what the churches can do. It's wonderful to have all these different streams connected to trying to deal with the problem. But the root cause, whether we like it or not, is parenting. Whether it's poor parenting or the people are unable to control their children for whatever reason, that for me is at the root cause of a lot of this stuff. It's very, very seldom spoken about, and it's very rarely raised in public. No one's really challenged about it because people are very sensitive about their parenting styles and people are very cautious about telling people how to raise their kids or whatever. But my thing is this: we can't be afraid. I fully understand not everyone's a bad parent. I fully understand it because I've worked with some parents who, despite their best counsel, their children have determined in their own heart that they want to do the opposite of what they've been told to do because they want to look big in front of their friends, they want to get themselves a reputation, etc., etc. Now that's on them. But that is not always the case. That is very, very seldom the case. The closer I work with people who have got troubled children, or whose children are getting themselves into trouble, it's quite clear to see what's actually going on there. There is an element of poor parenting that has contributed to that problem. There is, more often than not. Whether the parent is just flat out irresponsible or they're very enabling. They don't correct their children. They don't institute any penalties for wrong behaviour and things like that. So the child's in a situation where the parents are enabling them, not correcting them when they're doing things wrong, feel they can go out on the streets and replicate that behaviour, feel they can go into schools and replicate that behaviour, go into places of work and replicate that behaviour. And that's what we're seeing. That is largely what we're seeing. I'm not saying that there are not those who have not tried their very level best for their children, because there are. I know there are. I've met them. I know they exist. But they are not the majority. Cases like that are the minority. They are the minority. Typically, its parents are not doing what they should be doing in order to ensure that they're raising healthy children that can be an asset to society, and those are just the facts. It's okay. It's not popular to say, but if you go into the homes of these people for any length of time, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. You'll see exactly what I'm saying. And you'll see that these parents are largely responsible, and I feel they should share the blame. I feel that they should be penalised as well for not stepping up and not doing what they should have done when they had the time to do it. Because of what they haven't done, society is now paying the price for that. People are being killed, people are being stabbed, people are being robbed, people are afraid to go out of their houses. Why? What caused all of this? What was the genesis of all of this? Typically, you'll find it's some degree of poor parenting. Those are just the facts. Those are just the facts. And my desire would be for parents to take their place. If you're gonna have children, raise them. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're struggling with your children, okay, that's not a shameful thing. Find an organisation that can help you. Reach out for help. Don't just sit there and hope for the best. Do you know what I'm saying? Just don't just sit there and hope that someone else is going to come and take care of your problems for you. That's ridiculous. This is what we're seeing. But anyway, that's just what I think. In fact, no. This is just what I know to be facts. Talk to anybody. To anybody that works with youth, anybody that works with youth and parents, you'll see that. You see that's predominantly the reason for what we're seeing on the streets now. Okay, so I'm back at the office now, and this is what I'm having. I know it looks weird just by itself, but I prefer to have just fish. I won't mind fish with a salad or just fish by itself. I don't have fish and chips. I don't have the chips or the fish, not both together, because I find it really difficult to finish the whole thing. So this is my lunch, as weird looking as it is. So bon appetit to me. So I've come as requested to put you on my channel.
I'm embarrassed.
Oh, you ain't embarrassed, man. So tell us who you are and what you do here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, my name is Mrs. Bonga.
Yes.
And I just the general dog's body, really. That's all I do.
She is not. She is the captain of this ship, without whom everything would fall apart at the seams. She is Mrs.
I try my best.
I'd say she's an under CEO, I'd say.
I'm the CEO.
Who you are and what you do.
My name is Folake Olawale, and I'm the accountant for Ascension Trust.
Okay.
Yes.
So how are you doing? How are you finding it? As I see you drowning in paperwork here.
See, everywhere is full of papers.
Yeah.
It's always like this every day.
Yeah.
So, but it's really good. I'm enjoying what I'm doing over here.
Excellent.
It's quite good. So helping the people, doing the charity work, that is one thing that I don't like.
Excellent. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's been done. It's the end of the day. I've shut down my computer, I'm outside now, and I'm getting ready to be given a lift to the station where I'll be continuing my journey. So that's the end of my day. So I hope you enjoyed a day in my life as a volunteer, and have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye.